But we still got some A's baseball today between the Orioles and the A's. The Orioles are 1-3 in the Wisconsin State League. That's the worst start, at least in my memory, that they've ever had. They did win one game yesterday. They won 16-1 over the Addison Braves. That was actually 2 days ago. They lost to West Allis and Green Bay yesterday by a score of 12-5 to the Nationals and 9-6 to the Blue Ribbons. While Sheboygan split their Saturday doubleheader against the Braves and the Kenosha Kings. They lost Kenosha 9-2 in Game 1 after Kenosha went off in the 6th inning and took over the game, and then barely escaped against the 1 and now 10 Addison Braves after squandering a 3-1 lead after a 4-error 6th inning. The A's pulled away in the 8th inning after a Nick Tenney single gave them the lead, and Nolan Sand got the save after Eric Schmitz pitched an absolutely amazing game. But now today, Gavin Goronski's the man on the mound for Sheboygan. And the lineup he's going to see from the Lombard Orioles looks like this. Constantine Coins is the left fielder. He's leading it off. Frank Constable is the center fielder. He's hitting second. Jake Trainer is the DH. He's hitting third. Quinn Boyer's in right. He's in cleanup. John Flaka is the second baseman. He's in fifth. Evan Schmidt is the first baseman. He's in sixth. Joe Moronic is the third baseman in seventh spot. Johnny Nelson is the shortstop. He's in eighth. And right now is Joey Gaynor. He's the catcher. Defensively for Sheboygan today, looks like this from left to right in the outfield. Nick Tenney is in left. The center fielder is Alex Ames, and in right is Chase Hanselman. In the infield from third to first around the horn is Jacob Neese at third. Riley Palmquist. Kutza Wagner's the second baseman. Harry Steltz at first. And then behind the plate's Cal Casper for the aforementioned Gavin Goronski on the mound. And the leadoff batter is Constantine Coins. Coins takes a first pitch strike. Coins goes to Lewis University. Hit over 350 there this season. 15 doubles, 3 triples, and 4 homers. So he had a really solid season collegiately this year. Hopefully the A's could shut him down. One of their better pitchers on the mound, Goronski, who's looked really strong so far this season for Sheboygan. Goronski's pitched to an ERA under 2.5 as that one is in the right field for a base hit just over the glove of the outstretched Hudson Wagner and in right field. Coins leads off the game with the base hit. Frank Constable, now the center fielder, will be up. This is Sheboygan's only game of the day, but it's still 7 innings as it's part of the Wisconsin State League Challenge. There will be another game at Wildwood Park at 2 p.m. That will not involve the Sheboygan A's. Pitch from Goronski is outside and gets past Casper, and Coins will be in the second base easily. And runner in scoring position already for the Orioles. Sheboygan was up 3-1 going into the 6th inning. Eric Schmitz was dealing after giving up the first 2 base runners, allowed the only run from Addison to score in the first inning. Then all of a sudden, his defense let him down. It's causing 4 errors in that 6th inning, allowed Addison to tie the game up. Before Nick Tenney's single in the 8th allowed the A's to get back in the lead. As that one's hit deep to right field, going back and off the wall for Constable, and he'll have to stay at first. Coins only advanced to third, not knowing if it was going to be caught. And back-to-back hits for the Orioles. And they got runners on the corners with nobody out. Very similar start to last night versus the Braves, where they had the 2 leadoff runners get hits. And they only got 1 run out of it, so hopefully Goronski can allow 1 or none in this first inning. Give the offense a chance. They still have a game of it when they get up to bat for the first time. First pitch is in there for a strike to Jake Trainer, the DH. Just 1 umpire today. Mike Schuetz, the man behind the plate. Next pitch to Trainer is outside. For Sheboygan, Cal Casper's been almost the everyday catcher. Feels like he's behind the plate every game, at least every meaningful game. It's probably good for the pitchers, get that chemistry building with the catcher. It's such a big battery to have your catcher know what the pitcher is about and know what things he's going to throw as that one's foul. See a lot in the major leagues, some starting pitchers request, even if it's not the starting catcher, just a catcher who knows their zone and knows what they're comfortable throwing in which situations. 1-2 now on Trainer. That one is low. Count even on 2-2 now. First two base runners reached, both with singles, even though one of them went off the wall, but it's difficult to see if it was going to be caught off the bat. Hansel went back on it, didn't have a play on it, let it bounce off the wall, but still no runs on the board for the Orioles. Big run scoring opportunity for them right now, though. Runner on the move to second, and Constable will be in there without a throw, as that pitch was taken for a ball. So now count runs full with two runners in scoring position for the Orioles. Wind blowing hard out to right field. Flag is whipping in center. Full count pitch. Goronski strikes him out swinging. Big strikeout for Goronski on the mound. Get the first out of the inning, Jake Trainer. Brings up Quinn Boyer, the right fielder. Lombard's always a difficult team to beat. Won the league over 20 years in a row. At one point, the Wisconsin State League. As Boyer hits that one to center. Ames will have a play, but back to tag his coins, and he's going to score with these. The throw goes into third, and it's 1-0 Lombard. Difficult to throw. Get yourself out of that kind of jam. Runners on third and second with nobody out. Half pitched nearly a perfect inning. And even after retiring the next two batters, the fly out brings home the run. Sacrifice fly for Boyer. Brings up John Flaka. Pitch in there for a strike. Good breaking ball by Goronski. Goronski's pitched a couple solid outings so far this season. And now 11 2/3 innings. ERA going to be just over 2.5. Just 3 runs in those innings, make it 4 after the sacrifice fly that allowed Lombard to take an early lead. As that one lined down left field line, foul. Flaka goes to Central Michigan University and transferred there out of the University of Illinois Chicago, both Division I universities. Hit .289 there in 9 starts. 3 RBIs, 2 doubles in 2026. 0-2 to Flaka. Pitch is high for a ball. Kind of a gloomy day outside. Cloudy, a little chilly, especially for a mid-June day. Temperatures in the 60s. 1-2. That one hits softly in the center field. Ames has got a read on it, and he puts it away to end the top half of the first inning. But Lombard gets a run, and they're out in front. And Sheboygan's coming up.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Back for the bottom of the first inning. And it's Cam Barnes on the mound for the Lombard Orioles. And the lineup he's going to have to see from Sheboygan looks like this. Alex Ames is leading off. He's in center field. Chase Handsome and the right fielder is hitting second. Harry Stelt is hitting third. The cleanup batter is Jacob Neese. Riley Palmquist is back in the lineup, but he's at short. Jimmy Jurgensen's the DH. He's hitting sixth. Nick Tenney, who had the game-winning RBI last night, is in left. And he's in seventh. Cal Casper's behind the plate. He's in eighth, and rounded out is the second baseman, Hudson Wagner. And defensively behind Barnes for the Orioles looks like this. The left fielder is Coins. Constable's in center. Boyer is in right. Around the infield from third to first is Moronic is at third. Nelson, the shortstop. Flaka is at second. Schmidt, the first baseman. Behind the plate is Gaynor, catching for Barnes. Alex Ames ready to begin this bottom of the first inning, ready with his team down after Lombard got back-to-back base hits to begin the top half of the first. Only managed to get one run out of Eskarowski. He worked his way out with minimal damage. Two-hit game for Ames against the Braves allows his average to go up to 237. Starting to work his way back up there. We know he's a solid hitter, hit over 270 last season. He also got hit by 2 pitches last night, which also he leads the team in with 8 hit by pitches already this season. As that one taken outside, moves it to 2-0 on Ames. He's also been a solid center fielder all season long for Sheboygan. His great speed makes it easy for him. That one lined up the middle for a base hit. Another hit for Alex Ames, and he's feeling it right now at the plate. Just like Lombard did, Sheboygan gets a leadoff single. See if they can match the 1 run that the Orioles put up in the first inning as well. Chase Hanselman. He had a hit last game as well. But because his average was so high, it dropped down to 320, which is still very impressive. You've seen Hanselman be all over the order from 8th, 5th, 4th, and now he's in 2nd for Sheboygan. Takes that one inside. Lombard, as we mentioned, not used to find themselves in 4th place in the Wisconsin State League, no matter what part of the season it is. Sheboygan's in 3rd. They sit at 5-2 in the league. 4 of those wins have come against Addison. The Orioles found themselves in 5th place, I should say. Give them a little bit too much credit for their 1-3 record. Throw over first is not in time. But the A's are in 3rd behind West Dallas and Kenosha. They have yet to face the Nationals this season, but they already dropped the game of the Kings 9-2 yesterday. Pitch to Hanselman's high. 3-0 now on Hanselman, and Barnes in danger of putting the first 2 runners on. The Orioles lost to both the Blue Ribbons and the Nationals yesterday, 12-5 to the Nationals. And then 9-6 to the Blue Ribbons. Is that one inside and ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Chase Hanselman, and the first 2 runners reach for Sheboygan. I'll bring up Harry Stout. Harry had a home run in his last game against the Braves. His average still sits at .415, which leads the team, and now he leads the team. Walks, doubles, and he's tied for the team lead in homers. Pitch to Stout is low. And that's ball 5 from Barnes on the mound. Pitch is in there for a strike. That wind blowing out to right. Harry did have a home run to right field, an opposite field homer yesterday against the Braves. Put the A's up 3-1 at the time. 1-1 on Stout. Swing and a miss. Harry's average sits at .415, but he's hitting nearly .460 versus right-handed pitchers. Majority of his at-bats have come against pitchers from the right side, but still. 1-2. And a call, strike 3. A great breaking ball that time by Barnes. Gets Stout looking for the first out. Brings up Jacob Neese. Neese had a double against Addison last night in his first at-bat. Against Kenosha, he also had a double, so 2 hits yesterday, 2 doubles for Jacob Neese. He's having a really solid season, hitting over 280. Despite his average, only got the 5 RBIs hitting cleanup. Kind of shocking when you look at it. You know, consistent hitter he's been so far this season. Also leads the team in at-bats with 53. This is at-bat number 54 for him now this season. He's got 4 doubles as well. A double right now would bring home Ames and possibly Hanselman. Give the A's the lead. 1-1 is line to left field. Will it stay fair? It will not, by plenty. A long strike for Jacob Neese. Over the wall, but well foul. Ames the runner second, Hanselman the runner first. Ames singled up the middle to lead off the game. Hanselman walked in 4 pitches. Since then, Barnes has found the strike zone again. As that one fouled back by Neese, stays alive. Barnes had not pitched in any of Lombard's league games in the Land O'Lakes League. His first appearance that we know of, statistically. 1-2, and Neese pops it up on the infield. That's Moronix. Is under, and he makes the catch for the second out. And after the first 2 reach, the heart of the order can't advance them. They're both still first and second. Brings up Riley Palmquist. Palmquist missed both games of Saturday's doubleheader. Part of the reason for the struggle on defense, not having their Gold Glove defender at short. But he's back in the lineup today. Comes in hitting .227. But he's hit the ball hard and got robbed a few times as well. His average could look a lot better than that. And that one's inside. And for the glove that he gives you on defense, as much as he's been given offensively, is definitely a plus. Pitch from Barnes is line in right field, but well foul. And out of play, right side. 1-1 count. Barnes looks in on Palmquist, trying to deliver, tie this game up for Sheboygan, maybe give them the lead. Pitch is hit softly on the ground, the third. Takes a Sunday hop for Rocks and throws it over to first in time. And after the first 2 reach for Sheboygan, they're both left stranded where they started. And it's 1-0 Orioles as we head to the second.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back for the top of the second, Goronski's going to have to see 6, 7, and 8 in the Orioles lineup. Evan Schmidt, Joe Moronic, who had a busy first inning, and then Johnny Nelson. Evan Schmidt goes UW Lacrosse. Hit .218 there with 4 doubles and 8 RBIs in 2026. Schmidt lines one to left field and down the line. Extra bases maybe for Schmidt. He's going to test it. The throw in will not be in time, and a leadoff double and another runner in scoring position with nobody out for Lombard. Just past the outstretched glove of Jacob Neese. I went all the way to the wall nearly. Mronas. Pitch. Takes it for a strike. Lombard got one in the first inning and already back at business in the second. And the back pick to second. Casper's tried that a few times, hasn't had too much success with it. Nearly got a base runner last night. Moronic goes to Parkside, UW Parkside, Division II college in Kenosha, Wisconsin. 0-2. That one taken low. It's got to be another tightrope back for Gavin Goronski to escape without getting up a run. Got himself into trouble in the first, gave up just the one after he had runners at second, third, nobody out. 1-2 pitch. It swung on him, missed. He got him swinging. First out recorded for Goronski, and the second comes via the strikeout. Brings up Johnny Nelson. Nelson, the shortstop today. And Goronski checks over at second base, but nothing doing. Talked a lot about the struggles of Lombard early in this game, but they did have their lone win was against the Asset Braves, who Sheboygan has played 4 times already. Or I should say 5 times already. They are 4-1 against them, but Lombard gave it to them, beat them 16-1. Sheboygan only mustered a 4-3 win against the same Braves last night in extra innings. 2 of the games versus the Braves for the A's have gone into extras. That one in the left center field, chasing after it is Ames, and he's there. Tagging from second is Schmidt. The throw in will be late, and he'll be in there standing. But 2 outs now, and only a runner at third after the leadoff double. Definitely take that result if you're Goronski. The 9-hole hitter and catcher, Joey Gaynor. Man, that's going to have to bring in that run. It's going to have to be via a base hit or an error. Pitch is low. Gaynor goes to Missouri Southern State University. That's a mouthful. Division III college. That one's in there for a strike. Evens it up at 1-1. After leadoff double, 2 quick outs recorded by Goronski. But 3 hits already for Lombard and a chance to make it 4 and an additional run on their ledger. That one's in there for a strike. Back-to-back strikes by Goronski. Trying to put away the 9-hole hitter and get the A's back up. Just being down a run. Goronski from the stretch and the pitch is high. Evens it up at 2-2. Goronski's been in a lot of trouble early, a lot of foot traffic. Mentioned the 3 hits, no walks yet. As As that one hit in the shallow left field, but right there is Nick Tenney, and he makes the catch for the third out. And after a leadoff double, Lombard comes away with nothing. Still 1-0 Orioles as we head to the bottom of the second inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Bottom of the second inning action, ready to begin. It's Jimmy Jurgensen, the man who's going to lead off for Sheboygan. And he'll be followed by Nick Tenney and Cal Casper, the 3-2 up in the second inning for Sheboygan. Cam Barnes gave up first 2 base runners on a single and a walk, and then shut down the heart of the A's order, striking out Stelt and forced that pop-up from Neese, and then ground out from Riley Palmquist. A's begin the first inning 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Heart of that order has been really solid in that category as well. Surprised to see them not come up with a single base hit or even just getting on base via the walk. Jurgensen still in 368. He had a double to finish out game last night. He pops that one foul left side, not a play. It was a leadoff double in the 7th inning. It looked like Sheboygan was going to have a chance to walk the game off. I shouldn't say walk the game. They were technically the road team. Have the go-ahead run, I should say. But he was left stranded at second base before Tenney came up in the 8th inning and brought in that winning run as check swing and he went around 0-2 on Jurgensen. Jurgensen now tied for the team lead in homers after Stelt hit his 3rd last night. Jimmy only had 4 home runs all of last year. And already he's got 3 to start 2026. Swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout for Barnes gets Jurgensen. Brings up Nick Tenney, the hero of last night's game. Brought his average up to 233 from his 2-hit performance last night. Pitch in there for a strike. Game his 3rd RBI of the season. Oh, and 1 on the A's left fielder. Outside. Tenney from Ripon, also attended Ripon College. Been a solid outfielder for Sheboygan for a couple of years now. That one swung on and missed. One of the many A's that decided to return again this season. A lot of returning pieces for Sheboygan. Big expectations for them to do damage in the State League and the New Bowl. Off to a great start in both leagues. Thought about that one way up there, but able to hold back and count evens at 2-2. It's be a very difficult league to win, especially the State League with the way the Kenosha and West Dallas have started. You know, Lombard eventually will get back on track. And awkward swing and a miss that time from Tenney. Throw to first. Retires him. And another strikeout. Number 3 on the day for Barnes. Brings up Cal Casper. Casper, as mentioned, has been nearly the everyday catcher for Sheboygan. Been really solid defensively. Hits that one foul right side. Also has a pitching appearance. Faced 4 batters. Struck out the side. Says he wants to get back on the mound at some point this season. Used to close in high school. Now attends Winona State. Takes that one low. One and one now on Cal. Pitch is low. See if the A's can create a 2-out rally like they did last night's game. 2 quick outs, and the next 4 reached. And Ames ended up getting an RBI on a hit by pitch, one of his 2 in last night's game. 2-1 to Cal. Lines that one to left field for a base hit. And there's the start of that 2-out rally. Cal Casper's on base with a single. Brings up Hudson Wagner. Wagner's got 3 hits in his last 2 games. A really solid doubleheader on Saturday. 2 hits against the Kings and then another base knock against the Braves. Swing and a miss. That ball gets past the catcher Gaynor, and advancing to second is Cal, and now Wagner's got a chance to bring in a run. Wagner was the DH in his first few games for Sheboygan, but has now found himself at second base starting yesterday. Oh, 0-1 now on Wagner. Casper, the man at second base, tying run in the second inning. Casper hits one softly on the ground. Moronic throws over to first and is in time to retire Wagner. And Lombard gives him another base runner, but still 1-0 Orioles as we head the 3rd inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Back for the top of the 3rd inning. Top of the order due up for Lombard. Coins, Constable, and Trainer. Gronsky's given up a couple base hits, 3 of them for Lombard. Just the 1 run, even though it feels like there's been a runner in scoring position every pitch he's thrown so far today. Coins was one of those guys. He's the only run that scored, the leadoff hitter. Singled off Gronsky over the head of Wagner in that 1st inning. Continues to get chilly out here. Does not feel like a June day outside. Temperature sits at 63, but feels like 54. See a lot of sweatshirts and jackets in the crowd at Wildwood Park today. First pitch to Coins. In there for a strike. Mentioned Coins singled his last time. Scored. One run of the game so far. In the third inning now of just a 7-inning game, even though it is the only game the A's will play today. Part of the Wisconsin State League Challenge, so all games are 7 innings. Sheboygan will go on the road after this game. That one line to left, and Coins is using all fields today. Hit one to right his first time up, and now to left field. Both base hits. He's 2 for 2. I was talking about Sheboygan will finally go on the road. Not play at home on the road, but actually go on the road. They'll go to Appleton on Tuesday and then Green Bay on Wednesday before coming back home on Thursday to play the Legends again. The only time Sheboygan has not played a game at Wildwood Park this season was against the Denmark Tigers. Devil Bears. Constable was the other man that singled. Singled off the wall. A long single for Constable's last time up. Runner on the go, that's Coins, and Casper can't come up with it. And guess what? Another runner in scoring position for Lombard. The leadoff man has reached in every inning. And in every inning, that runner has reached scoring position. Gronsky has not had an out without a man at second base so far today. Always been a runner on. 1 and 2 on Constable. 4 hits already for Lombard. It's just a matter of time before Gronsky can't work out of these innings anymore. A lot of pressure on the A's pitcher. Pitch. Fouled. Just got a piece of it. Constable stays alive. Trainers on deck. Right now it's Constable. It's got a 1-2 count on him. Nobody out in the inning. Pitch is fouled away. Another foul ball keeps the count alive for the 2-hole hitter in the Orioles lineup. Gronsky looking to finish him off here. Pitch is low. Casper thought about the back pick, but thought better of it that time. Counts now even at 2 and 2. The 1-0 Orioles. The A's have 2 hits themselves, but aren't able to get any runs across. And Lombard with 4 hits, just able to get the 1 so far. That one's low and the count runs full. Sheboygan has had a hit in each inning. And find themselves 0 for 4 throws to scoring position. Full count pitch. And that one hit on the ground, but foul again, and Constable continues to battle up there. Gotta be frustrated for Gronsky on the mound. Trying to find that put away pitch. Probably feels like he's running out of options. Throwing the kitchen sink at him. See if this is the one that Gronsky can finally retire Constable. And that one, foul to right side. Will Hanselman have room? He will not. And again, Constable finds a way to keep the at-bat alive. working the pitch count. Crosby, who's already had to throw a lot of pitches to escape the first 2 innings, find himself in trouble again here in the third. Pitch is called strike 3. And after a long at bat, Koronsky wins the battle and gets Constable looking for his 3rd strikeout of the day. Jake Trainer. He struck out, one of the 3 strikeouts on Koronsky's line so far. Fouls it off. A lot of early contact and just a lot of contact in general for Lombard. Not missing too many pitches. Mentioned the 4 hits, but also we just saw a long at bat from Constable. A lot of pitches fouled off. Oh and 1. Wind still howling to right field. If Trainer were to get under one. Swing and a miss that time. Got to hit it first. 0-2 now on the 3-0 hitter for the Orioles. Trainer had not had a hit in his Land O'Lakes games so far this season, 3 games. Couple walks. But you know, he's hitting the 3-hole for Lombard. He's definitely got some hitting ability. That one hit foul. Softly foul on the 3rd base line. Count remains 0-2. Should say the Chicago Suburban League. On 2 count. And pitch is low. 1-2 now. And these Orioles hitters just find a way to stay alive. Pitch is fouled again. These hitters just will not give in. Gotta be frustrating for Koronsky. Trying to find that pitch to put away these hitters. Whatever he throws, they seem to foul off or take for a ball. 3 foul balls in a row and still just a 1-2 count. A lot of pitches being thrown this inning despite just 1 base runner. Swung on and missed. He got Trainer for a 2nd time. 2 down now. And again, after the single and the advancement of a wild pitch, Coins is still staying at 2nd base with 2 outs. Feels like Koronsky locks in once there's a runner in scoring position so far today. Quinn Boyer is the lone RBI in today's game, sacrifice fly. Stop the 3rd inning in action. Lombard trying to extend their lead. Koronsky trying to keep it right where it is. Swing and a miss. Boyer, the cleanup hitter in the Orioles lineup. In with 2 outs. He's got a 1-1 count to his name right now. Pitch. Breaking ball. Missed. Somewhere. 2-1 now. Back-to-back strikeouts have Koronsky 2 outs and a runner on 2nd base. Coins, who led off with a single and a stolen base. That one missed. Back-to-back pitches that barely missed for Goronski, right on the corners. Not getting the call from Schuetz behind the plate. Three and one. Goronski. That one's a strike. Oh, trying to paint the corners is Goronski. He's 1 for 3 in this at-bat. 3-2, full count. Goronski to Boyer. Trying to keep the lead at 1-0 Orioles. Pitch is hit in the air to right field. Hanselman's got a read on it. And he'll make the catch. And again, despite a runner in scoring position with 0 outs, Goronski works his way out of it. 1-0 Lombard as we go to the bottom of the third.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Back for the bottom of the third, Alex Ames leads it off. Top of the order, 1, 2, 3 for Sheboygan. Ames, Hanselman, Stelt. Sheboygan has had a hit in each inning, but nothing to show for it. Pitch from Barnes is low. Start him off with the breaking ball in the dirt. Ames doesn't offer. Ames lost his team lead in walks after Harry overtook him. 9-8. Stelt in the walks category now over Ames. Pitch is another one low. George Haas also has 8 walks, tied for second. Two 2-0 on Ames. Pitch is inside and 3-0 now. Ames reached on a single. Led off the game with a single his last time up. Stranded at second base. 3-0 count to him. Takes a strike. An auto take that time from Ames. Lombard struck in that first inning, but all 0 since from both sides. Ames takes low and he draws the walk. What's new for Ames? And now he's back tied for that team leading walks after he draws his 9th. Brings up Chase Hanselman, who also drew a walk his first time up. Hanselman's done wonders in right field. Saved the game, you could say, last night. Made a diving catch in right after the A's already committed 4 errors. That kept the inning from going from bad to worse. Kept the score at 3-3 before the A's would win 4-3 in the 8th inning. As that one is taken inside for a ball. Throw over to first is non-time. Ames did get picked off yesterday by the left-hander. Another throw over. Barnes really testing Ames. Ames did get picked off yesterday. He got stuck in a rundown by the left-hander. Talk about how much easier it is for a left-hander to pick off a base runner as Hanselman gets hit by a pitch. And again, Ames and Hanselman reach with nobody out to begin an inning. For Harry Stelt, very similar to this third inning, or the first inning, I should say, in the third inning now. Harry carried it as 1.3 OPS at yesterday's game for hitting a home run. Just continues to be an extremely good hitter for Sheboygan over his years as the A's team leader. One and oh lineup, still nobody out. Ames at second, Hanselman at first, just like the first inning. Stelt at the plate, takes a strike. Harry struck out looking in this situation in the first. So where he doesn't come through with runners in scoring position. Why? Second on the team in RBIs with 15. Hits that one foul back. And after take the first pitch for a ball, next two have been right in there. 1-2 now on the A's first baseman. Harry lines one up the middle for a base hit. Around third as Ames to throw in will be in time, and Ames is out at the plate. Ames is arguing his case. Maybe thinks he didn't get tagged, but Schuett saw it differently. And the A's got what they wanted. Single from Stelt, but with Ames' great speed, the throw in from Constable was more than in time. Jacob Neese now with a chance to bring in a run from second. Well, now you know if you're Tim Moyer, the kind of arm that Constable has at center. First pitch is low. So, one hit, a walk and hit by pitch, but there's one down in the inning because of Ames getting thrown out at the plate. The second base runner be caught at the plate in the last two games. Hanselman was caught yesterday. As Neese hits one to left. That one going back is Coins. And he makes the catch. And another missed opportunity for the A's offense with the runner in scoring position. Riley Palmquist now up with 2 outs and a chance for him to tie this ball game up for Sheboygan. Ames is at second. Now Stelt is at first. Or I should say Hanselman at second and Stelt at first. So Palmquist takes it low for a ball. A's have now had a singular hit in the first, the second, and the third inning. Totaling up for 3 hits for the game. Palmquist fouls it right side, not a play. Counts even on him. Probably hasn't had the chance to make a play at shortstop yet. A lot of flyouts, not a singular ground ball put out by any of these infielders so far. Flyouts and strikeouts from Gronsky on the mound. Pitch is in there for a strike. The way the Orioles offense has looked, getting that leadoff runner on. Yeah, I think they won't be stuck at one for long. Sheboygan, you gotta find a way to stay in this game. maybe come out on top over the Orioles. 1-2, Palmquist gets it right side and out of play. Take advantage of the Orioles' struggle. This will be the only time Sheboygan will play Lombard at Wildwood Park. They go there for 4 games later in the season. Late July will be when they go to Lombard. 1-2 now on the A's shortstop. Pitch from Barnes is fouled right side again, and like Constable was doing to Gronsky in the mound, Palmquist is giving it back to Barnes. Taste his own medicine for the Orioles. Palmquist staying alive. Jurgensen on deck. Palmquist can find his way on base. Breaky ball is high, and the count evens up at 2-2. Very quality at bat so far from Palmquist. Can he finish it off? Two runners on for the A's on first and second. Pitch swung on and missed, and Barnes gets his strikeout. And again, after giving the first 2 base runners, doesn't allow a run. Still 1-0 Orioles in a pitcher's duel as we head to the 4th.
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
John Flake will be the one to lead it off in the top of the 4th inning, followed by Evan Schmidt and Joe Roddick. The A's again got their leadoff. It's been a game of leadoff runners reaching. Each team, 5 of the 6 innings, leadoff batters reached. 5 of the 6 half innings. The only inning that didn't have leadoff runner reach was the bottom of the 2nd for Sheboygan, where Jurgensen struck out. Flake up. And only at bat today. Flew out to center that ended the 1st inning. First pitch is low. It's been a pitcher's duel on the scoreboard, but it hasn't felt like it with the eye test. A lot of base runners, just not a lot have come across the plate. Just a singular run for the Orioles. Pitch is inside. Teams combined for 7 hits. 4 for the Orioles, 3 for the A's. Each team has had a hit in every inning. As that one grounded foul. 2-1 now on Flake. Flake, the second baseman today. Again, hasn't had a lot of action. Very few ground balls in this game. Flake takes the ball. Casper couldn't come up with it. 3-1 now on the 5-hole hitter for the Orioles. Gronsky's pitched a great game so far, run-wise. Worked out a couple jams. Off without getting any support to this point as Flake swings and misses. Count runs full now. In the 4th inning already. 7-inning ball game. That one hit in the air to left center field, going over and catch it in as Alex Ames showing off that great speed in the outfield. And back-to-back flyouts to Ames for Flake. First time Goronski has retired the leadoff batter. Evan Schmidt, who led off the second with a double. In the first 3 innings, Goronski threw very few pitches without a runner at second base. First time he's retired a batter without having a runner in scoring position. 1-0 on the Orioles' first baseman. Pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1, 1 out on Schmidt. And 1-0 Orioles. As that one hit up the middle, and Schmidt is 2 for 2 as he hits one to center field for a base hit. Schmidt, a UW lacrosse attendee, is off to a good start on this Sunday morning. Joe Moronic, the left-handed hitter, faces the right-handed pitcher, Gavin Goronski. Hits that one to the left, chasing after it's Tenney, and making the catch. Slides after to add a little pizzazz to that play. 2 are down. Seven flyouts already for the Orioles. And 0 ground ball putouts. A lot of balls in the air. But not any have really had any distance. It's that one line to center field chasing after it. Ames, and he makes the catch. And after the single, that's all that the Orioles will get. Still 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 Orioles. It'll be Jurgensen, Tenney, and Casper, 6, 7, and 8 in the A's order. Trying to finally get to Cam Barnes. They've had a hit in every inning, and 2 runners on base in 2 of them. But nothing across the scoreboard against the Orioles right-hander. Jurgensen struck out his first time up. Second time around the lineup for him. Hopefully for better success. Mentioned he's the team leader in RBIs, carries an OPS over 1. Anything over 700 is above average. So if you're 300 points above average, you have a very solid start to your season. As he hits that one to left field over the head of the shortstop Nelson for a base hit for Jurgensen. going opposite field that time. And now the A's have had a hit in every inning, continuing that streak with Jurgensen's single. Nick Tenney, he struck out as well. One of the 4 strikeouts today for Barnes on the mound. Swing and a miss from Tenney. Throw over to first, not in time to get Jurgensen. Don't see Jimmy really have very aggressive leads, not a big base stealer. But you never know. 0-1. That pitch is high. One and one on Tenney. Pitch is low. Lead up base runners reach for Sheboygan for the 3rd time in 4 innings. Sheboygan is 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position so far today. And the one hit, the runner was thrown out of home. That was Harry Stelt, as that one's fouled by Tenney. Count now evens up at 2-2. Pitch fouled off again. Tenney staying alive. Sheboygan's played a lot cleaner game thus far defensively. Still no errors after having 9 combined errors yesterday in their doubleheader. Lombard is mistake-free as well to this point. 2-2 is low. Jurgensen stays at first. Good block back there by Gaynor. Count runs full. Sheboygan trying again to get those first 2 runners on. Put more pressure on that Lombard pitching staff and defense. Finally try to get a run across. Already left 5 runners on base in the first 3 innings. As Tenney pops it up, but it'll get fouled again. And another great at bat by a Sheboygan hitter. Continuing the fight up there. Both Barnes and Goronski have had trouble putting batters away with 2 strikes. Pitch is fouled off again. Tenney continues to fight. Barnes steps off. Trying to reset himself, trying to find that perfect pitch that can retire Tenney. Tenney does have a home run this season. Hit that against Appleton. As he fouls it off yet again. Continuing to not give in to Barnes. And like I said with Goronski back in the 2nd inning, it's got to be frustrating up there. Can't find that pitch to put away the hitter. Tenney only the 2nd hitter of the inning, and Barnes already had to use a lot of pitches. You know, Lombard's got guys in the bullpen that they could go to. Tenney draws the walk, and the first 2 reach again. And that'll bring up Cal Casper, who singled his last time up. This is now the 3rd time in 4 innings Sheboygan has had the first 2 runners on base. And they've just got 1 hit in that scenario, and the runner was thrown out of home. See if Casper delivery shows bunt. Goes through with it. It's a great bunt down the 3rd base line. The thrower first from Moronic is in time, but a productive out from Cal Casper. Advances both runners. Count that as a sacrifice. Bring up Hudson Wagner. Wagner looking for that first hit of the season with runners in scoring position. He's been up there a lot. He's got another chance to deliver for Sheboygan. First pitch from Barnes is lined up the middle for a base hit. Jurgensen will score around third is Tenney. The throw-in is well offline. On his way to second is Wagner, and he's in there safely. Hudson Wagner gives Sheboygan the lead, 2-1 A's. Wagner delivers again, 4 hits in his last 3 games now. And that brings up the top of the order, and not to mention just getting the single, but a great base running, realizing the throw was offline from Boyer and right. Allowed him to advance to second and still a runner in scoring position for Ames, who's reached base twice already on a single and a walk. And he takes inside. For Lombard, the amount of traffic they've had on the bases, the amount of missed opportunities they had. We talked about how Sheboygan had left 5 runners on base, but Lombard has had just as many opportunities themselves. They've only come up with 1 run. Ames pops it up, foul territory, chasing after it. Schmitz, and he runs out of room. Hits the top of the dugout. 1-1, 1 out. Sheboygan got 2 at home in the inning on the Hudson Wagner single. Ames now trying to give Sheboygan some insurance in this 4th inning. The A's giving Koronski some much-needed run support. Ames fouls it off. A lot better at bats the second time around for Sheboygan. Just 1 strikeout after striking out 3 times the first time around. Getting a better feel for the stuff that Barnes has on the mound. 1-2 on Ames. Hudson Wagner at second. Ames takes it high. He's got such great plate discipline, such great feel for the zone. Counts even at 2-2 on him. Barnes has struggled to put away these A's hitters in this 4th inning. Pitch is outside and a count runs full. And you got to go back to Casper's bunts that moved both runners in the scoring position. Perfect bunt down third base line. Nearly got a hit out of it as well. Full count to Ames. He swung and missed. Barnes got him swinging. Strikeout number 5. I'll bring up Chase Hanselman, who's reached both times as well. Officially 0 for 0 in the scorebook with a walk and hit by pitch. Chance to extend the Sheboygan lead. The base hit. Wagner will be going on 2 outs. Any contact, he'll be on the move. And if the count runs full, he'll be going on the pitch. Hanselman fouls it off. A lot of foul balls from Sheboygan so far in this game. Do have the 5 strikeouts, but they've really worked the at-bats against Barnes. Forced him to throw a lot of pitches. Pitch to Hanselman. Takes it low. 1-1 on the A's right fielder. Hanselman, when he first got to Sheboygan his first year, played a lot of infield. But last year, moved to the outfield and he hasn't looked back. He's played very strong in right and left. Played some center in there as well. Ames now has moved into that everyday center field position. Another player who came in as an infielder his first year with Sheboygan a few years ago. Both players in their 3rd year as a member of the A's. Hanselman, the former Rookie of the Year a couple years ago for Sheboygan. 2-1 now. Hanselman hits down the ground the short. Nelson fields and throws the first in time to get Hanselman. Not before Sheboygan gets two and takes the lead. So we head to the fifth. Time for Grosky to shut the door on the Orioles.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Gronsky now pitching with the lead for the first time in today's game. Now to see 9, 1, and 2, Gaynor, Coins, and Constable. Those top two guys in the order have given him a lot of trouble early in today's ball game. Gaynor, Southern Missouri State is Division II, not Division III. That is where Gaynor attends and plays his college baseball. Missouri Southern State University. Quick 2-0 count on him. Doronsky takes. And it's 2-1. Gaynor flew out to left his last time up. That one hit in the right center field for a base hit. And another leadoff base runner for Lombard, and more traffic on the bases that Gronsky has to deal with. Despite giving up the leadoff base runner in 4 of the 5 innings, Gronsky has yet to face more than 5 batters in an inning. He's made quick work of the Orioles lineup after giving up those leadoff hitters. First pitch, and it hit him. And another inning with 2 men on for Lombard, and again a runner in scoring position. Gronsky's done a good job of working his way out of it so far today. He's got his work cut out for him yet again. 4 of the 5 innings so far, Lombard's had a runner in scoring position. And all 4 of those times, there hasn't been anyone out when they've been in those situations. Yet they've only been able to muster the 1 run. Pitch is in there. Good breaking ball by Gronsky. Gaynor's on second and Coins is on first. Constable gave Gronsky a lot of trouble his last time he came to the plate. Worked a very long count before finally struck out looking. That pitch is high. We know this Lombard team can explode for a ton of runs. They did a couple days ago against Asset, put up 16, and even in their loss to West Dallas and Green Bay, they put up a combined 11 runs. That one bunted up the third base line, and Goralski's not going to have any play. A perfect bunt. Neese came in and then broke back. Thought that Goralski would be able to have the best play at it, and there was no play in the end. And bases are now loaded with nobody out for the number 3 hitter, Jake Trainer, who struck out swinging both his times at the plate so far. And he's got a huge spot now. We're getting late in the 7-inning game, already top of the 5th. Trainer's got a chance to give his Orioles the lead. One and 0. Pitch from Goralski is in the air and foul territory and out of play. Now 1 and 1. There is some action in the A's bullpen. Bryce Lavisa is stretching in that area. See if he's the one who relieves Goralski if he needs to be relieved. Just a 7-inning game. He's got a little bit more room to work with. Infield's in for Sheboygan as that one line to left center field. Coming in is Tenney, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Gaynor, and he'll be in there. The game is tied. 2 runs on 2 sacrifice flies for the Orioles. And eventually, even when Goralski's been so good at getting out of those difficult jams, not going to go 100%. Positive thing is that Coins was able to stay at second base. So still 2 runners on with 1 out. As that one hit on the ground, but foul. Hit the foot of Quinn Boyer, the hitter. 7 hits now for the Orioles. 2 of them in this inning. Just 1 extra base hit of those 7. It was leadoff double by Schmidt back in the 2nd. It's been a low-scoring game, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Both teams have left a lot of runners on base. Both pitchers have found themselves working very hard to get through several frames. They've done a nice job. The runner on his way to third, both runners going, and they'll both be in safety. The throw was way offline from Casper, and Coyne steals third, and Constable steals second. Those have been the 2 guys. That's been a lot of trouble for Goralski to retire. In their 6 combined plate appearances, just once as one of the top 2 in the order for the Orioles been retired. 1 and 1 now, and second and third. Coins at third, Constable at second. And that one popped in the shallow right field, going after it, Wagner, and he can't make the catch, and both A's trip over each other, and it'll be a base hit, and the Orioles take the lead. Right after Sheboygan had snatched momentum back, Lombard responds. It's just a matter of time, as we mentioned. Throughout the game, they had been knocking at the door, just hadn't been able to break through. But finally, they get a couple runs. Put that run in the first inning after getting the 2 leadoff runners on. You can't live by giving up a leadoff runner on and pitching almost exclusively with runners in scoring position if you're Goralski. It was miraculous that he worked out of it as many times as he did. Just 1 out in the inning. Runners on third and first. That one hit on the ground. Neese makes the play. Throws the first in time, but another run scores. Flake is retired on the ground out, but it's now 4-2. And Lombard's done a great job of getting productive outs that have brought the runners in. 2 sacrifice flies. RBI fielder's choice now. 2 men out. 3-run inning so far for Lombard. That one popped in the air. Going after Kronski. Casper chasing as well. Casper's got a play, and he makes the catch. Not before Lombard responds for 3. And they now have a 2-run advantage as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
New pitcher for Lombard, Tyler Lapina. Harry Stelt will be the one to greet him in this 5th inning. Swing and a miss from Stelt. Barnes goes 4 innings, gives up 2 runs and 5 hits. Had 5 strikeouts as well. Pitch is way outside. He's a struggle against left-handed pitchers so far. I haven't seen them too often, but been a little bit more common recently. Saw one against Addison, Lombard, and Green Bay as well on Tuesday. See how the A's offense fares against this left-hander Lapina, as that's a called strike 3 on Stelt. Don't see Harry get caught looking twice in a game, much less once. Jacob Neese now. Neese has fared pretty well against left-handed pitchers so far this season. He's 2 for 6. Swing and a miss that time. A lot of times, right-handers hitters fare a lot better against left-handed pitching. Opposite hands. Normally the big struggle is for left-handed hitters, and only Jimmy Jurgensen's only left-handed hitter in the A's lineup today. But even he has fared fairly well against left-handed pitching so far this season. Swing and a miss from Neese, I should say. 1 and 2 on him. Lombard grabbed the lead back in that top of the 5th inning. But 3 on the board after the A's had just taken the lead. Just a matter of time before both teams broke through. So many runners on base. Couldn't convert. Just too bad that once Sheboygan did, Lombard did as well. As Neese checks his swing, did he go around? He did not. Count runs full on Neese. Neese has 4 walks this season. Big walk guy last year, one of the team leaders in that category. 3-2 pitch is outside, and East draws the walk. Another base runner for Sheboygan. Every inning now, they've had a base runner. Brings up Riley Palmquist. Palmquist is 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout. Hits that one on the ground, softly foul, and Jurgensen makes a nice grab in the on-deck circle. Oh and 1 on the 5-hole hitter in the A's lineup. Takes it low. He's up at 1 and 1. He's looking for a few runs. You don't need to get it all back in this inning. At least get one. Shift that momentum back to your side. That one's in the dirt. Felt like all momentum was going Sheboygan's way. Lombard had so many chances to bring home runs, but Sheboygan had grabbed the lead. And finally, Lombard broke through in that 5th inning, putting 3 on the board. Now Sheboygan's chance to respond as Palmquist swings and misses. Sheboygan's got a lot of help from the bottom of their order so far. 6 through 9 has had 3 of the 5 hits, including Wagner's 2 RBI single. Full count now on Palmquist. Pitch from Lapina is low, and the 2 of the first 3 reach for Sheboygan, both via the walk. No balls have been hit in play yet, but the A's have 2 runners on for Jurgensen. Jurgensen, we know, has had a little bit of success against left-handed pitching. An exclusive left-handed pitcher came in the face of an Appleton before he launched a 3-run home run that walked it off for the A's, giving them their lone Newble win as Vukovic is now on his way out to the mound, talk to his pitcher Lapina. A's threatening once again. They've had a hit in the first 4 innings and have had a base runner in all 5. Moyer putting his hand on the shoulder of Jurgensen, getting him some words of encouragement before his at-bat here. It's a big game for the A's. They have 5 Wisconsin State League wins, 4 of which came against the Addison Braves, who are currently 1 and 10. So you can probably think that maybe the A's record isn't as good as it maybe should be. Problem is they've already played the last place team as many times as they will all season. That pitch is low, and it's 2-0 on Jurgensen. 25 league games are played for the Wisconsin State League. They've already played. They're allotted 5 times against the Braves. It's their first time seeing the Orioles. We mentioned they'll play 4 times on a Saturday and Sunday doubleheader in late July as Jurgensen swings and misses. Jurgensen came into the game in .368. That average has since gone up after his single. He's 1 for 2. Checks his swing there, and he went around. And Jurgensen does not agree. A's fans getting a little restless with the umpiring. Just singular umpire day. We had 3 yesterday. And now just 1, Schuetz. 2-2 is low, and the count runs full. Not easy to ump a game of this level by yourself. Schuetz has done a fairly nice job. Three and 2 pitch is fouled away. Jurgensen stays alive. Nick Tenney on deck. He has yet to see a left-handed pitcher this season. One of the few A's everyday players, you can put him in that category, has yet to see a left-handed pitcher. as Jurgensen takes ball 4, and the bases are loaded all via the walk. After a strikeout to begin the inning, Lapina has walked, the bases loaded. Now Nick Tenney. Tenney is 0 for 1 with the strikeout so far. Pitch is hit on the ground sharply to third. Over to second for 1. The throw to first is not in time. The A's get a run, and they'll trade it for an out. Get some of that momentum back. The fielder's choice ground out another RBI for Nick Tenney. Able to beat out that double play. Cal Casper a chance to tie this ball game up. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Cal is 1 for 1, has a sacrifice bunt that led to Hudson Wagner's 2 RBI single that at the time gave Sheboygan the lead. First pitch is a strike on Casper. Pina trying to work out of the mess that he got himself in. He walked the bases loaded. Tenney's fielder's choice groundout was the first ball hit in play of the inning. Ball's outside, and it's 2-1 now. It's been a little erratic from the left-hander. After beginning the inning with a strikeout of Harry Stelt. Pitch is low, and it's 3-1. And the man who's feeling it at the plate, Hudson Wagner, on deck. 3-1 on Casper. Pitch is outside, and the 4th walk of the inning. And you wonder how long the leash is on Lapina on the mound. Not helping his team out by any means. Hudson Wagner now, mentioned had that 2 RBI single that gave Sheboygan the lead at the time, and that might be the end of the day for Lapina. Lapina finishes the day going just 2/3 of an inning with 4 walks. Did give up a hit. Impressive that is, but he's responsible for all 3 of the base runners. Did give up 1 earned run on the fielder's choice. 53. Steve Hobbs, the new man on the mound, and Sheboygan will get back to seeing a right-handed pitcher. Steve Hobbs will see Wagner 9-1-2 if it goes that far. There are 2 outs in the inning. Wagner is 1 for 2. Both at bats have been with the runner in a scoring position. Grounded out to third his first time up. And Hobbs inherits a mess. The bases are loaded with his Orioles up by just a run. After both teams struggled to convert in the first few innings, the offense started to come, at least with runners in scoring position. Last 3 half innings have included a run. 2 runs for the A's at the bottom of the 4th, 3 for the Orioles at the top of the 5th, and 1 more for Sheboygan in this bottom of the 5th so far. His first pitch is taken high by Wagner. Wagner, the 7th man to hit in the inning without a Sheboygan hit. Wagner lines in the left field for another base hit. Wagner comes up clutch again, and Sheboygan ties it up. 3 RBI day for Hudson Wagner, and he's got 2 hits and 2 big ones at that. The first hit of the inning. And the top of the order is up again. Alex Ames. The base is still loaded. It's definitely not an easy situation for a pitcher to inherit. Pitch from Hobbs. It gets past the catcher Gainer, and to score is Tenney, and the A's have the lead. What a back and forth game this has turned into. A wild pitch allows Tenney to score, and it's 5-4 Sheboygan. Ames with a huge opportunity now to extend Sheboygan's lead. A's answer the Orioles 3 spot with a 3 spot of their own. Swing and a miss from Ames. Ames is 1 for 2. Single and a walk. Was also struck out. That was last inning in the 4th. Breaking ball is high. Now Hobbs has that base open after the wild pitch, but I'm sure he didn't want to give up a run to allow that base to open up. Two and one on the A's center fielder. Fouls it off the mask of Gainer. And into the tarp area by the A's dugout. Hanselman looking for it over there, and he's got it now. 2 and 2, 2 outs. A's have regained the lead in this 5th. Trying to extend it. Casper's at third, Wagner at second. Ames hits it softly to third. It's foul. Would have been a tough play for Moronix to make it with Ames' great speed. Sheboygan with 6 hits and 5 runs, just 1 hit in the inning and 4 walks. All 4 were from Lapina before he was eventually pulled. All 3 runs are under his line. Wagner is the first guy responsible to Hobbs. As Ames hits it soft field left, but playing way in was Coins, and he makes the catch. The A's get 3 more, and now they have the lead back. As we go to the 6th, 5-4 Sheboygan.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Goronski's day is done. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, 3 of those coming in the 5th inning. New band on the mound is Bryce Lavisa for Sheboygan. Lavisa pitched against Kewaskum. Didn't get much help from his defense in that outing, but definitely did go to his plan regardless. Sheboygan looking to hold on to the lead they just got back. Sheboygan did not fare too well in his last outing, but 4 errors in the first inning is not the key to success for any pitcher. ERA comes in a little high, but it'll come down. In his 2 innings pitched, he's got 2 strikeouts and no walks. It's been a lot of balls put in play against the A's right-handed pitcher. Visa will see 7, 8, 9 in this Lombard order. First pitch is inside for a ball. Lennox will be the leadoff hitter, followed by Johnny Nelson, and Gaynor, Joey Gaynor, the catcher. Pitch is hit on the ground, softly. Stelved, can't backhand it. And that's very similar to the start of the 6th inning against Addison. Ball hit softly to Stelt, couldn't backhand it. And give Harry an error. Feels like it's just when Lavisa comes to the mound, he just doesn't get that defensive support. And the A's only holding the 1-run lead. Not too much room for error. And I want to strike to Nelson. Leadoff batter has now reached it 5 of the 6 innings for Lombard. The only time it was the 4th. Flake flew out. And the back pick attempt is not in time. Pitch was outside. Count moves to 1-1. Nelson's 0 for 2. He's flew out and lined out both to Ames and center. He's got a runner on first. Now it's the tying run. He is the go-ahead run in the 6th inning. Fouled it back, and 1-2 now the count. A big spot for a strikeout for Lavisa. Get that first out to allow that runner to be in scoring position where Lombard has lived so far in this Sunday morning game. 1-2, that wind still howling the right field. Pitch is low. Not many clean innings for either side. There hasn't been. Every inning has included a base runner. Both teams today. Sheboygan's had a hit in all 6. That one missed. Count runs full. Game has went from a pitcher's duel to a back and forth roller coaster type of event. Finds a score 5-4 in the 6th. 3-2, runner goes. He'll have second base, but Nelson strikes out swinging. Another runner in scoring position for the Orioles. For the 9-0 hitter Gaynor. Gaynor led off the 5th inning with a single, like so many of his teammates have. Blew off the inning for the Orioles. Feels like you're just going to get on base regardless. First pitch is a strike. And Lavisa, like Goronski's going to have to work out of a jam. Eight hits for the Orioles compared to just 6 for Sheboygan, but they're leading in the category that matters. That's runs as the ball gets away from Casper, and he'll have to eat it. And a runner on third with 1 out. And now even less room for error for the A's pitcher, Lavisa. A's trying to continue their hot start in the State League. Swung on and missed, and what a strikeout would do in this situation for Lavisa. Infield is in. Try to protect that 1-run lead. Strikeout or pop out is what the A's defense is looking for right now. The pitch. Called strike 3. He got him looking. Gaynor's down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Lavisa, and he's 1 out away from keeping this lead where it is. Coins, who is yet to be retired yet today. 2 for 2 with a hit by pitch. He scored 2 of his 3 times on base as well. And he's got a chance to tie this game up for the Orioles. Pitch. Breaky ball in there for a strike. Runner on third. Monarchs reached on an error. And then stole second and wild pitch allowed him to get the third. 0-1. 2 outs in the 6th. Lavisa. Big spot here. Pitch is outside. Mentioned earlier the top 2 of this Orioles order are combined 5 for 6 when it comes to reaching base with 3 hits. Constable, the one time he got out was his 10-plus pitch at bat. Struck out looking against Karofsky. Strike. Schuitz gives the call to Lavisa. 1 strike away. Lavisa had 2 strikeouts coming in his 2 innings pitched. He's got 2 already in the 6th. 1-2. Pitch to Coins is hit on the ground softly to second. Wagner fields, throws in time. The A's work out of it after a leadoff error. Got to third base. Lavisa shuts the door. And it's 5-4 Sheboygan as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Hanselman leads off the 6th inning. 2, 3, and 4 for the A's. Hanselman, Stelt, and Neese. Hanselman is 0 for 1 with a walk and hit by pitch. Rounded out in his lone official at bat in the 4th inning. A's have had a lot of runners on base throughout this game. A hit in all 5 innings. Swing and a miss from Hanselman. Even though they sent 8 runners to the plate last inning, Hanselman was the only one who didn't get a chance to hit in the 5th. Only 1 base hit, 4 walks from Lapina before he was pulled, and all those runs credited to him after Wagner came up clutch again, tied the game. Followed by a wild pitch. Allowed Sheboygan to take the lead. 2-1 now. Hanselman. Swing and a miss. Be nice for Sheboygan to get some insurance. Lombard's offense, though they've only scored 4 runs, have been very close to scoring a whole lot more. Especially at heart of their order coming up 2, 3, and 4. Most likely face Lavisa in the 7th. Breaky ball is high. Count is full on the A's right fielder. Stelt's on deck. He's 1 for 3. Pitch to Hanselman. is outside, and he draws the walk. Been on 3 times now today. Another leadoff base runner. I think for Lapina, last inning, he retired Stelt and struck him out looking in the 5th to start the inning, then walked the next 3. And you don't see Stelt strike out a whole lot, especially looking. And he struck out looking twice today alone. Pitch to Harry. Takes it low. Hobbs having to really work early in this 6th inning. Walk to Hanselman in the first pitch outside to Stelt. Checks over on Hanselman at first, no play. 1-0. Hobbs the Stelt. Pitch is inside. Sheboygan's left a ton of runners on base, but they finally broke through in that 5th that gave them the lead back. 5 runs in the last 2 innings for Sheboygan. That's how they have all 5 runs. Inside the Harry, and you'd expect an auto take here, 3-0. Hobbs was thrown into the fire. Last hit, bases loaded, 2 outs. And Wagner came up clutch, got the base hit to tie the game up. 3-0 now on Harry. Takes a strike. Wagner's got 2 hits and 3 RBIs. Both have come with big situations for Sheboygan. Pitch to Harry's inside, and another walk. 6 walks in the last 2 innings for this A's offense. And they've been walked 9 times in the game. Not to mention a hit by pitch as well. So 10 free base runners for Sheboygan in this game. Brings up Jacob Neese. A chance to extend this advantage. Neese, the guy who's been in this situation so often. And a called strike on that one. Looked a tad bit inside. Neese is 0 for 2. Does have a walk. He walked in that 5th. Ended up coming around and scoring. He's the one who started that walk parade. Another strike called on Neese. He started that walk parade. Worked a really good at bat at 2 strikes. Took one outside. So 0-2 now on the A's third baseman. Takes that one outside. Lavisa escaped in that 6th inning after a leadoff error. Struck out 2 of the next 3, and they got a ground out after that base runner had moved to third on a stolen base and a wild pitch. Still in the 6th inning, 1-2 count, nobody out for Neese. Takes that one inside. Now Sheboygan ends up holding on in this game. Lombard's got to look back, and the reason they lost is for the walks. Walks and runners left on base. 2-2. Pitch to Neese is hit foul. Sheboygan struggled with left-handed pitchers throughout this season. Forced Lapina out after just 2/3 of an inning. Took some really good at-bats. Looked at some pitches that just missed. Worked 4 walks in that 5th. Already worked 2 in the 6th. Ground ball, soft lead, Morales. He lost it, and everybody's going to be safe. His only play would have been at first, but he didn't end up having to play after the ball left his glove, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. Given an E5. After both teams were errorless coming into the 6th, each team has now got 1. Riley Palmquist up now, and Sheboygan has now had 8 base runners in the last 2 innings off of just 1 hit. Palmquist now steps in, and he takes it outside, and the Lombard defense brings it in. All the infielders right on the grass, some of them even a foot on the grass. Schmidt, the only one standing on the actual infield grass at the moment. The first baseman. Palmquist takes strike. 1-1. Still nobody out in this 6th inning. Sheboygan has now had 11 free base runners, counting that error. 9 walks, a hit by pitch, and an E5. Two and one. Palmquist at the plate. Hanselman at third, Stelt at second, and Neese at first, who just reached on that error. Sheboygan's got 5 runs last 2 innings, trying to extend that. Palmquist hits it foul. Count evens up at 2-2. The way this game has gone, 1 run will not make you feel comfortable by any means in that 7th inning. Two and two on Palmquist. In the air, shallow left field. See if Hanselman takes, he will. The throw in from left is on line, and it is late. Hanselman scores a sacrifice fly. A great throw in by Coins, but it was not in time. 6-4 A's. Palmquist doing his job, getting a productive out. Stelt did not advance to third, so runners remain on first and second. Big run to get for Sheboygan. That insurance run. Now it's Jurgensen. He's 1 for 2. He had one of those walks as well in the 5th inning. Takes one inside. Sheboygan's got 6 runs on 6 hits. It's been a lot of free passes, as we've talked about numerous times in this inning. Jurgensen hits it to right center field. It's headed towards the gap, and it's going to be down and off the wall. Stilt's around third. He's going to score. Neese is around third. Jurgensen stands at second with the double. The throw to home is not in time. 2 more score for Sheboygan, and there's that big hit. It comes off the bat of Jimmy Jurgensen, and he extends his team RBI lead with 2 more in the 6th inning. And George Haas will pinch run for him. And he knew that 1 run wouldn't be sufficient enough. You hope 4 would be enough for Levisa on the mound. Eight for Sheboygan. Tenney takes one inside. That big hit Sheboygan was looking for. First 3 innings, Sheboygan put a lot of runners on base. Didn't put up a run, but now 8 runs in the last 3 innings. 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, and 6th. Three each in the 5th and 6th. Tenney now, he's 0 for 2. He did have an RBI, fielder's choice, back in the 5th. One of the few balls hit in play in that inning. Takes that one outside. Two and one. Tenney trying to give the A's an even bigger advantage. As you say, you never can have enough, especially against a team of this caliber. Even though they're off to a slow start, you know what they're capable of. 3 and 1 on the A's left fielder. And And that one's in there for a strike. Just one out in the inning. And also just one hit in the inning. Sheboygan scored 6 runs in the last 2 innings combined, and they have 2 hits. A lot of Lombard mistakes, whether it be walks or errors. Tenney lines one down the right field line over the glove of Schmidt at first. Around third is Haas. On his way to second is Tenney, and the ball gets past. Tenney decides to stay at second base, but an RBI double for Nick Tenney, and it's 9-4 Sheboygan, and this is the inning they needed offensively. Back-to-back RBI doubles. Offense that was just waiting to break through finally does it in these last 2 frames. Cal Casper, 1 for 1 today in his 3 plate appearances. He's got a sacrifice bunt and a walk as well. Tenney now stands at second base. Casper fouls it back. After Barnes pitched a very solid game, only didn't gave up 2 runs. Both those came in the 4th. His bullpen has let him down severely. Giving up 7 runs. Sheboygan's got to climb the ladder. 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, and now 4 in the 6th inning. Hopefully they don't have to hit in the 7th where they could get 5. Tenney takes, or I should say Casper takes a strike. 1 and 2 on the A's catcher. Wagner on deck, who's done a lot of damage so far. Pitch to Casper is low again. Count is even at 2 and 2. This game now all completely rides on the pitcher, Bryce Lavisa. His offense has done their job. Time for him to finish the deal and get Sheboygan a very strong start in the State League. Casper checks his swing, doesn't go around, counts full. Three and 2, 1 out. Both teams have 8 hits, but Sheboygan's got 5 more runs. Three and 2. Casper takes it side and walk number 10 for Lombard pitching. And the third one of this inning, 7 in the last 2 innings. Hudson Wagner. We mentioned the type of game that he has had to this point. 2 for 3. 2 singles. Both RBI singles as he takes a strike there. Pitch is high. 1 and 1. Wagner trying to add on. Takes a strike. Top of the order, 2 up after Wagner. Ames is the only one not to step in the box so far in the 6th. After Hansman was the only one not to step in the box in the 5th. A lot of runners on base last couple of innings. Wagner's slow roller is second. Steps on it for 1, and the throw to first is in time. And Wagner grounds into a 4-3 double play, but the A's add on. They get 4 more, and they find themselves up 5 with just 3 outs left to get. Lavisa up in the 7th.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Lavisa chance to shut the door in the 7th inning. He's got his work cut out for him. 2, 3, and 4, the heart of the Lombard order. Frank Constable, Jake Trainer, and Quinn Boyer. Lavisa, it was a big out to get in that 6th inning, getting Coins, who hadn't been retired to that point after that leadoff error. And after Moronic had reached to third base, looked like they'd have a chance to tie the game. But Lavisa struck out the next 2 before getting Coins to ground out. And then his offense went to work, and he got him 4 more runs. A little bit of working space for the A's pitcher. Be a big win for Sheboygan, and it would be a devastating loss for Lombard, as they would fall to 1 and 4 in state league play. Been seasons where Lombard hasn't even lost 4 games in league play, much less 4 of their first 5. Constable up. First pitch missed. Constable's been a tough customer for Sheboygan pitching. He's 2 for 3, and his one time he was retired was 10-plus pitch at bat. And that one's low from Lavisa. Lavisa is yet to walk a batter in his 2026 campaign. But he's got Constable on a 2-0 count. Pitch is in there for a strike. Difficult for a pitcher to sit that long through that scoreless 6th, and had to sit and watch his offense get him some support. And then you have to go back out there and finish the job. You know, more than likely be his inning regardless. Hopefully we don't have to get into that kind of territory. Three and 1 now. And swung on and missed by Constable. Counts full now. 6 out of the 7 innings, the leadoff runner has reached for Lombard. Nice if Lavisa could get that leadoff batter here in the 7th. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him swinging. First one down in the 7th. Brings up Jake Trainer. Trainer is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. In the 5th was the sacrifice fly. One of the 3 runs that Lombard scored in that inning. Lombard got in front early. Went up 1-0 after the first 2 reached on base hits. Coins and Constable. And the man on deck, Boyer, hit a sacrifice fly. And that 3-run 5th is how they have their 4 runs, as Trainer fouls it off the facing of the Lombard dugout. 0-2 now on Trainer. Lavisa has struck out 3 of the 5 he's faced so far. Pitch is a called strike 3, a late call by the home plate umpire Schuetz, but it counts the same. 2 outs now in the 7th. Quinn Boyer now. The last hope for the Lombard offense. Lavisa came into this game in his 2 innings pitched with 2 strikeouts. He now has 4 in this inning and 2/3 alone. Got 6 on the season now. 0-1 to Boyer. Pitch is in there for a strike, and now down to their last strike are the Orioles. Pitch hits softly to short. Palmquist fields and throws the first in time, and the A's win it. Lavisa shuts the door in the 6th and the 7th innings, and Sheboygan's offense explodes in the 5th and 6th to give themselves a 9-4 victory of the Lombard Orioles to improve to 6-2 in Wisconsin State League play, while the Orioles fall to 1-4. It was a game for Lombard where they gave up too many free passes, 10 walks from the Lombard pitching staff, not to mention hit by pitch and error as well, so 12 free base runners for the A's offense. And the A's capitalized, having just 8 hits and 9 runs, and just a few hits in those 2 innings where they got all those runs. It was just enough, or I should say more than enough, to beat the Lombard Orioles, but a lot of runners left on base for the Orioles offense as well. They costed this game. They fell to 1-4 Wisconsin State League play. It's going to be difficult for them to turn it around, especially with the way that West Dallas and Kenosha are playing this season. But for Lucas Schulze, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and God bless.